ones, soothsaying ones. Maybe it was timing. Maybe it was circumstance. Maybe it was simply that you happened to appear during a period when I was paying more attention than usual. I told myself all of those things, and for a while they worked, at least enough to keep me from looking deeper. But eventually, explanations begin to fail when reality refuses to cooperate. Because no matter what reason I assigned to it, the same fact remained. You stayed. Not physically, not constantly, but somewhere inside my awareness, like a presence that refused to dissolve. And that wasn't normal for me. I've always been someone who can separate things, experiences, people, emotions, thoughts. Everything has its place. Everything has its category. Everything exists where it belongs. That's how I maintain clarity. That's how I move through life without becoming consumed by every meaningful encounter. Most things pass through me, even important things. I learn from them, I appreciate them, then I continue forward. But you didn't pass through. You remained. And the more I noticed that, the more impossible it became to ignore. The strange thing is that it wasn't because of anything obvious. There was no defining event, no dramatic confession, no moment where everything suddenly became clear. It happened gradually, quietly, the way sunlight shifts across a room without anyone noticing until the entire space looks different. That's what this felt like. A change so subtle it was invisible while it happened, yet undeniable once it was complete. I started noticing it in the way I listened, not just to you, to everything. You altered the way I paid attention, the way I examined meaning, the way I looked beneath what people were saying instead of simply hearing the words themselves. It was as though knowing you had adjusted some internal lens, and suddenly I could see things differently, more clearly, more accurately. That should have felt unsettling. Maybe it did, but not in the way I expected. Because every change you introduced felt less like an intrusion.
Oil your ancestors prayed for but never touched. You are the fulfillment of promises made before your time. That is why the pressure has been so intense, because the anointing on your life carries generational weight. You are being elevated to operate in realms you once only dreamed about: influence, provision, peace. These aren't rewards, they are responsibilities. You are being trusted with visibility, not for vanity, but for victory. The people connected to your voice are waiting for your obedience. When you rise, they rise. When you believe, they begin to believe again. Chosen one, the light that once intimidated you is now your assignment.
You are being trusted with visibility, not for vanity, but for victory. The people connected to your voice are waiting for your obedience. When you rise, they rise. When you believe, they begin to believe again. Chosen one, the light that once intimidated you is now your assignment. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to break through. What is being released over your life now will confirm everything God ever whispered in private. The same hands that carried you through the wilderness are now placing you in your promise. So prepare yourself, clean your space, clear your mind, make room, because overflow needs somewhere to land. The weight is over, the wealth, the wisdom, the wonder. It is all converging. Heaven's resources are...
It is invitation. God is calling you into alignment with what has already been released. This next stage of your journey will not look like the last one. You are not repeating cycles. You are redeeming time. The season of survival is ending. Now begins the era of supernatural strategy. God is upgrading your instructions. What once required your sweat will now flow through your surrender. The burden is lifting because the blueprint has changed. You are no longer operating from lack. You are stepping into divine leverage. Anointed One, the Holy Spirit is awakening new creativity, new wisdom, new ideas that carry heaven's fingerprints. They will arrive as flashes of insight, sudden clarity in areas that once confused you. Don't dismiss them. These are divine downloads, directions that will lead to provision and partnership. The people and opportunities now approaching you are not coincidences.
The wisdom, the wonder, it is all converging. Heaven's resources are locating you right now, chosen one. You can feel it, cannot you? The shift in the atmosphere, the quiet sense that something has already changed. Heaven doesn't announce every miracle with thunder. Sometimes it starts with a whisper in your spirit. That stirring you feel isn't imagination. It is invitation. God is calling you into alignment with what has already been released. This next stage
of your places I thought I needed. He was making space.
Oh, look who finally stopped hiding. Look who finally let the mask slip, crack, shatter into 1,000 irreversible pieces. And now they stand frozen, mouths half open, eyes wide, trying to process what they just saw, what they just felt, what they just realized. You were never supposed to let them see this version. You weren't supposed to drop the act, to exist without the filter, without the performance, without that carefully constructed version of yourself that kept them comfortable. But something inside you snapped, didn't it? Something deep within you just gave up on the charade. Maybe it was exhaustion. Maybe it was frustration.
It is about worth. God is reminding
Well. Aren't you a sight for psyches, sweetheart? You feel that little tremor in the air, that hush. That's the sound of every soul who ever underestimated you suddenly running out of bandwidth. And oh, do I love a good system crash. Because the moment your identity hit the timeline, the world didn't clap, didn't gasp. It buffered, full screen of death energy. Every whisper they traded about you, every punchline they built at your expense, every little label they ironed onto your name. All of it just dissolved like sugar in gasoline. Suddenly,
chosen one. Keep your spirit open and your hands steady.
At this exact moment, behind closed doors, a circle of individuals is sitting in absolute heavy silence. They are trapped in what has quickly become the most intense, uncomfortable conversation of their lives. And the singular, unavoidable topic consuming their minds is you. Look closely at the energy in that room. The smug expressions they once wore so arrogantly have completely dissolved into masks of quiet dread. The arrogant laughter that once filled their private gatherings has fallen dead silent. It is not out of fond memories, nostalgic reflection, or genuine affection that they have convened today. It is the sudden, cold,
divine momentum, not man-made, not manipulated.
I genuinely sense the massive change occurring at this very moment. A distinct energy surrounds us, revealing truths that have been hidden for literally years. An individual attempted to shatter your spirit. They directed an attack at you, fully believing it would be the ultimate blow to permanently extinguish your spark. Then they simply retreated, observing the fallout as if it were a casual show. It was as though they bought premium tickets to witness your downfall. However, things did not play out that way. That is not even close to the reality of what occurred. Now here is what my intuition is telling me. I urge you to absorb this deeply, as it touches on profound truths. The actions this individual took against you previously caused genuine wounds and profound, enduring harm. It required an immense amount of time, an agonizingly long duration, for you to reassemble your shattered fragments. You were forced to rise from the very embers. You had to rediscover your identity following someone's dedicated campaign to paint you as the antagonist to everyone around you. Yet the craziest part of it all, and the aspect that truly breaks my heart on your behalf, is this. You were never the only one who suffered pain. You were simply the only one nobody.
My beloved child, listen carefully.
What you are about to hear was meant for your ears alone. Heaven has not sent this message randomly. It has waited, held its breath, and chosen this exact moment to reach you, before another voice twists what is true, before another day passes in confusion. You need to hear what is about to be revealed. There is something that has been hidden inside your life, something that others have pretended not to see. But heaven never sleeps, and God has seen everything. Today, the veil is being lifted. Do not be afraid of what you are about to hear. It will shake you, yes, but it will also free you. Every secret has two sides. The
builders, not bystanders. You will know them by the peace they bring when they if the resistance has increased.
Chosen one, stop. Before you scroll, hear this. You've spent enough time asking when. When will things change? When will the answer come? When will the waiting end? When will something finally move? And perhaps you've become so familiar with waiting that you started mistaking it for your identity. But today, I want to give you a different perspective. The waiting season does not get to define the rest of your story. Your life is not permanently suspended.
They thought hurting you would break you. They thought the betrayal would silence you, that the rejection would make you disappear, that after everything they said, after everything they did, you would never be the same again. And maybe, for a while, they were right about one thing. You were never the same because something changed inside you. But here is what they never understood. When you hurt a chosen one, you may cause pain, but sometimes you awaken something you were never prepared to face. So let me ask you something. What really happens when the person you tried to break?
Chosen one, anchor your attention on this message right now. Silence the thought telling you that you are overlooked, forgotten, or too ordinary to be chosen. That heaviness in your chest is not proof that you have been rejected. Perhaps the last 72 hours have felt unusually intense. Type 777 if the last 72 hours have been heavy. Maybe you received a message, invitation, opportunity, or unexpected sign that made you question whether you were truly ready. Or maybe you woke up around 3 o'clock in the morning with your mind racing, sensing that something in your life was shifting before you had any evidence to explain it. 3 a.m. thoughts. Type 1111, God was speaking. Some of you have been pulling away from noise, protecting your energy, and wondering why the familiar doors no longer feel right. Type 888, if those old doors just stopped feeling right. The enemy is attacking your...
Every connection, every open door is a delivery of destiny.
Welcome the Anointed Ones. The moment your success starts making people search for an explanation instead of offering congratulations, you've entered a league they never expected you to reach. History has a funny pattern. Whenever someone accomplishes something that completely shatters expectations, people rarely accept it at face value. Instead, they start looking for hidden tricks, secret connections, or some mysterious advantage. Human beings are wired to search for explanations when reality refuses to match their beliefs.
Chosen one, the season of screaming cry is over. The divine You have reached a spiritual tipping point where the tests you endure have now converted to treasures. What was once your pain will soon become...
Something you did quietly in the past has just come back to your soulmate, and they were completely unprepared for what they discovered. Not because it was something dramatic, not because you ever asked anyone to recognize it, but because you made a choice that affected them without ever telling them the truth behind it. Your soulmate has been looking at certain memories for a long time and believing they understood what happened. But now, one missing piece has finally appeared, and it is changing the meaning of everything. And listen carefully, because this is not about a simple favor or an ordinary act of kindness. There was something you did when nobody was watching, something you deliberately kept to yourself because you never wanted your actions to become a reason for someone to feel obligated to you. At the time, you may have thought it was better that they never knew. You may have believed that if helping them meant you had to remain invisible, then you were willing to accept that. But your soulmate has now discovered part of that story, and they are struggling to understand why you never told them.
That is why God built you slow, to make you strong.
Good morning, my future wife. Did you sleep well? I hope the night was gentle with you, because somewhere in my heart, I was thinking about you. Tell me, my love, what makes you happy? Did you wake up with a smile today? Did your dreams carry you somewhere beautiful? Did you rest your heart through the night? Did you feel loved even in the quiet? I wish I could be there beside you to see the sunlight touch your face, to gently hold your hand in mine and remind you that you're safe. I don't need 1,000 things to make my heart feel complete. Sometimes just knowing you're okay is enough to make my heart beat. So tell me, baby, what makes you smile? What makes your heart feel alive? What little things brighten your day?
Your next move requires a new atmosphere, and heavens provide.
Hey, look at you. Yeah. Everybody in here, breathe for a second. Because this one ain't light, and it ain't polite, and it definitely isn't meant to tuck you in. This is for the people who feel off in the world, like the room keeps going quiet when they walk in, like the air changes just a little, like you've been playing a role you never auditioned.
My child, have you waited so long for bad news that you have forgotten how it feels to expect something good? It happened quietly. You kept moving. You carried what had to be carried. You handled what was urgent. And somewhere along the way, you stopped making plans. You never announced that decision. There was no day when you stood up and said that hope was finished. You simply learned that expecting too much can end in one more disappointment. And it began to feel wiser to keep your heart close to the ground. Hear me now. This season of your life is not meant to be read only through what went wrong. There is still goodness in front of you. There are still reasons to lift your head. I am present in a story that is not finished. I am going to say two things in this message, and I want you to hold them both. What is coming is better than what you left behind. And part of what is coming carries a name you would not have guessed. Do not turn my words into a prediction. Do not fasten them to a date, an amount, a message that must arrive, or one particular face. Something deeper is being awakened in you. The ability to believe again that your future is not condemned to repeat your past. So receive this while your caution is still standing. I am with you. Do not let what you lost convince you that no good thing remains ahead of you. Walk near me and learn again how to look forward without bracing for impact. Making room for something good does not mean persuading yourself that tomorrow will be perfect. It means leaving open.
Environments will shift.
If you're struggling with depression and not feeling the comfort and peace that you need, I invite you to meet with missionaries like me from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We can help you lift your burdens to the gospel of Jesus Christ, which has a message.
Created by God, refuse to die. You are no longer standing where they left you. The chains have broken. Their access has been denied. And the life they tried to diminish is rising beyond their reach. Meanwhile, the narcissist is approaching something. Their charm cannot soften, and their lies cannot redirect. A burden has been gathering behind every choice they refuse to correct. One final consequence is about to push everything beyond the point where appearances can save them. This will not be a brief inconvenience. It will reach into the places where they once felt secure and remain long after the first shock has passed. What they intended to make permanent in your life is returning as a lasting judgment in theirs. God did not preserve you so you could watch them fall with bitterness. God preserved you so their fall would never pull you down again. What approaches the narcissist belongs to the record of their own actions. What approaches you belongs to the restoration they tried to prevent. The disaster has not arrived without cause. It has been built one cruel decision at a time. And now, the weight of everything they did to you is beginning to move. The narcissist tried to destroy your worth to gain absolute control. The narcissist did not give you love in a steady, honest form. They gave you crumbs and trained you to feel grateful for almost nothing. A brief moment of warmth appeared after days of coldness. A small promise kept you waiting through another period of neglect. They offered just enough to prevent you from leaving, then treated your devotion as though it had no value. Nothing. They left you when you had nothing because they judged your present. There is a painful truth many faithful people eventually discover. Not everyone who leaves you does so because you lacked value. Some people leave because they can only see your present condition and not the future God is preparing for you. During your hardest season, when you were struggling financially, healing from emotional wounds, or rebuilding your life, the narcissist did not see your character or your potential. They measured your worth by what you could give them. Instead of asking how they could stand beside you, they asked what they could gain from you. They chased what looked like greener grass money and temporary advantages. They believed someone else could offer them more. So they walked away from the person who truly cared for them. But Scripture reminds us in 1 Samuel 16-7, people look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. The narcissist judged your current chapter, but God saw the strength and purpose being developed through your struggles. They saw a season of lack. God saw a season of preparation. They saw weakness. God saw perseverance. They saw someone they could abandon. God saw someone He was preparing to elevate. Sometimes God allows certain people to leave because they would become a burden to the blessings He has planned for you. What felt like rejection was actually protection. The person who walked away during your lowest moment may have removed themselves from the very future they wanted to benefit from. Romans 8:28 tells us that God works all things together for the good of those who love Him. That includes betrayal and the pain of being underestimated. The narcissist may have believed they made the better choice. They may have laughed at your struggles and celebrated leaving you behind. For a time, it may have seemed like they were winning while you were still healing. But appearances are temporary. What is built on selfishness and pride cannot stand forever. They thought they left behind someone who had nothing to offer. They did not realize they were walking away from a blessing God was still growing. And their greatest
warfare made you unstoppable. You are walking proof that nothing surrendered to God ever stays small. Chosen one, brace yourself, because what is next is not gradual growth, it is sudden unveiling. The light is about to hit your life in full measure, and when it does, don't hide, shine, because this glory was never meant to be kept private. Chosen one, you have come too far to doubt what is happening now. The spiritual winds are shifting in your favor, and the evidence will soon be undeniable. Now, what is being entrusted to you must not be mishandled. Heaven is calling you to lead differently, not through noise, but through presence, not through force, but through flow.
Your presence
Anointed one, you will begin to notice that your influence expands quietly, without striving. People will seek your peace more than your opinions. Opportunities will find you because of your consistency. Your name will be mentioned in conversations you didn't know existed. But it will not be luck. It will be legacy. The reward of endurance is recognition from heaven before validation from man. I have seen this pattern in my own journey. There were times I thought I was forgotten, moments I watched others accelerate while I was still waiting. But when my appointed time arrived, it was so clear, so divine, I realized why I couldn't have moved earlier. God had to let me grow into the person who could carry what he promised. The same is true for you, chosen one. You are not late. You are right on heaven's schedule. This next phase is the manifestation of what has been whispered over your life for years. You will see divine reimbursements, time restored, peace returned, opportunities reintroduced. Things you thought were gone forever will resurface better than before. Heaven never forgets the faithful. You planted seeds in tears. Now you will harvest in laughter. Chosen ones. This transfer goes beyond finances. It is a total recalibration, emotional, spiritual, physical. Expect divine health to return to your body. Expect clarity to flood your mind. Expect your environment to align with your new energy. Everything that once drained you will now empower you. The old chapter has expired, the page has turned. But remember this, with greater blessing comes greater balance. Protect your peace as fiercely as your purpose. Not every invitation deserves your presence. Not every connection deserves your commitment. God is surrounding you with a chosen circle, people who match your mission, who speak your language, who guard your oil. Anointed one, your journey is a testimony that endurance produces elevation. You didn't break, you blossomed, you didn't fail, you were forged. Every storm was heaven's strategy to reveal strength you didn't know you had, chosen one. This is your confirmation. The alignment is complete. The transfer is active, and the unveiling has begun. Walk with quiet confidence. You are no longer waiting for breakthrough. You are the breakthrough. The light you carry will illuminate generations. So rise, shine, and step boldly into your appointed future. What heaven has started in you, no power can stop. The world is about to witness what happens when divine timing meets a surrendered soul. Chosen one, you have reached the moment heaven prepared for you. This is not the end of a video. It is the beginning of your new season. The divine transfer has already begun. You can feel it in your spirit. The alignment, the peace, the power quietly rearranging your life. You are standing in your kairos moment, the exact intersection where preparation meets promise. Anointed one, the heavens are open over you. What was delayed is now delivered. The oil upon your life is flowing freely, unlocking doors no hand can close. You are walking in divine rhythm now, provision meeting purpose, grace meeting growth. Every
I want to
seed you
tell
have
you what I
sown in
saw.
faith is
I saw
awakening.
someone who
This
loved
is your
genuinely
evidence
enough to
that
be
God
glad
never
for another
forgot your
person,
name.
even while
As you
carrying
leave this
private grief
message,
about their
carry
own.
this truth.
That is not a common
You are the
thing.
living proof
That is the
of
mark of someone whose
supernatural
character
order.
I have been
You have
quietly
been
building
refined
towards
for
something
impact,
significant. The
chosen
gladness
for
you chose
such a
to
time
feel
as
for
this.
others, even when it
Remain
cost you
steadfast.
something, has not gone unnoticed. I have held an exact account of that, and that account is about to speak in your favor. If something in you recognizes what I am describing, if you see your own hands in what I have just spoken, I want to invite you to do something right now that
Hear this
carries the
carefully,
same spirit.
because
Go
what
to the
I am
pinned
saying
comment
is not
below and
random
sow
and
a
it is
seed
not
into this
something
word.
small.
Whatever amount your
I am
faith will
speaking
reach
to
for
you at an
today.
important moment,
I see that act
and
the
you
same
cannot
way I
treat
have
this like
seen
just
every
another
other act of
message
giving
that
you have
comes
ever
and
made
goes
from a
without
place of
meaning.
trust. Not one of them has
The one
gone
meant for you will
unrecorded.
not miss you.
Not one of them has gone
The
unreturned.
one
I
chosen
have
for
seen the
your life will not
relationships where
pass
you
you
gave
by.
more than returned,
He will
where
not
you
overlook
stayed
you,
longer than you should
and
have,
he will
hoping
not stay
something
hidden
would shift,
forever.
where you made
I
yourself
am telling you
smaller
this
so another
because your
person
heart
could
has
remain
been tired in
comfortable.
ways
I
you
watched
do
all
not
of it.
always share.
And what I want to say about
You
that
have
is
seen
not that you
delays
were
and
foolish.
started to
What I
think
want
that
to say
delay
is
meant
that
it
the
would
depth
never
of love
happen.
you carry is one of the most
You have
significant
watched
things I
others
placed
receive what
inside
you
you.
quietly prayed
And the
for.
fact that it has been met with
You
less
began
than
to
it
wonder
deserved
if you were
does not
trying.
diminish it.
But
It proves
today
it.
I am
What
telling
returned
you
with
clearly,
silence and distance
you are
was
not
not a
wrong.
reflection of your worth.
You have not
It
been
was a
pushed
reflection
aside.
of their limitation.
You are
And
not
what I am
meant to
bringing
lose.
into your life next has
What
no
was
such
written for your
limitation.
life is still
Stay
real.
with me. The door I am
What
about
was
to
promised
describe
to
to
you
you
is
is
still
real,
there.
and I want you to be
Listen
fully awake for
closely.
this.
The time
Type
where
the
you
words
were
I
before
receive in
promised
the
for you
comments
is
right
ending.
now, because what I am
The
about to
time where
declare
you
over your
thought you
life
had
is the
begged to
kind
be
of word
chosen
that
is
needs to be
breaking right
received
now.
with your whole spirit open,
The time where
not
you
held at
did
a
what
distance.
is yours
The thing I
because
am opening
someone
for
else
you
is
is
no
not
longer
something your
worthy.
imagination has been able
I
to
am
reach,
removing the
because
fear.
your
I am
imagination draws
standing
from what
against
you
your
have
lie.
already experienced,
I
and
am
what I am
taking the
bringing
poison
exists
out of your
beyond the
body.
edges of your experience.
What is meant
It
for
will
you
be
will come to you at the
recognizable,
right time,
but not
and
because
you
you
will
have
not
seen
have to
it
go
before.
against
It
yourself
will be
just to receive
recognizable
it.
the way a person
You have
recognizes him,
tried
not
to
because they
withdraw.
have been there, but because
You have
something in
doubted
them was
yourself
always
after being
oriented
ignored.
toward it. It will settle into
You
your
have
life the
tried
way
to
the first
understand
light
why
of
some
morning
people
settles
came
into
into your
still
life
water,
only to leave
not
with
arriving
confusion.
with announcement,
You
but
have
making
carried
visible
pain
everything
quietly.
the darkness had been covering.
You have smiled in front
I
of
have
others
held
while
this
wondering
in
inside
reserve
if your
for
heart
you,
would ever
not
feel
withheld,
safe.
held.
Notice
The
how
way a
deeply
seed
you
is held
truly
in the
love.
ground through the whole length of
I
winter,
saw every moment.
not because the ground has
I saw
forgotten
every
what is
night.
inside it, but
I
because the
saw
season
each
for
time
its
you let
rising
me
has
sell
not
because
yet
you were
come.
tired
Every
of
day of
waiting.
your waiting was a day of that
I
hope.
saw
Every
each
prayer
time
that
you
seemed
stopped
to return
yourself
an
from
answer
lowering
was
your
not
standards
lost.
just to
It
avoid
was
feeling
being worked
alone
into the
again.
foundation of what I am now
And do you know
preparing
why
to
I
release.
saw all of
Now
this?
I want to tell you what I am bringing in a
Speaking
kind of
with full
detail that
authority.
reaches past the surface of
Do not
wanting
give
and
your
touches the
future to
place
fear.
where you actually live.
Do not let
Because
your
I know
soul be
you, and I know the
controlled by
difference
memories
between
of
a
what
promise
once hurt
spoken
you.
generally and a word that
While
lands
you're
in a
waiting,
specific
time passes
center of
when
what
I
you
have
have
been
been
using it to
carrying.
protect you.
You will hear it first. Before
When
anything
I have been
becomes
preparing,
visible, before any
and I have not
circumstance
forgotten you.
changes,
Just
before
as
you
I
have
have not
language for
forgotten
what
you.
is beginning to shift,
That is
you
why
will
you
hear
need to
something in
listen
the tone of
closely.
a voice that makes your spirit
This
go
message is
still.
for the one who feels
Not
unseen.
loud, not dramatic.
It is for the one who
The
is tired of
quietness
almost
inside
love.
another person's words that
Incomplete
tells
love,
you this one is
short-term love,
different.
or love that is not
This one
steady.
does not speak to manage you
This message
or
is for the
repress
one
you.
who quietly asks.
This one speaks because they
Lord,
mean what they say.
will it ever
You will
happen
hear
for me?
patience in the way they ask
And the
questions
answer is
and
yes,
stay for the full
my
answer,
child.
not the
Put my
shortened
chance
version
in
you
me
have
to do
learned
this.
to give people who are already
What I
in
bring will
prison.
give
You
you
will hear a
peace.
kind of steadiness that does
What
not
I bring
rise and
will give you
fall with the
clear
weather of the
understanding.
moment. And something in
What I
you,
bring will
something
not cause
deeper than
demons
your
with your
reasoning,
heart.
will recognize it before your
Before you
mind
go
has finished
further,
forming a thought about
want you to say,
then you will see
face.
it. You will see the way they move through difficulty without being
Evidence
destroyed by
Write
it.
it
You
down.
will see them extend care to people who are not watching,
and keep
with no
listening.
audience and no
Because what I will
expectation
show
of
you next will
acknowledgement.
help you understand
You will
that
see
this
the way
promise
they
is
treat
already
small
on its
things
way
with
to
the
you.
same attention they bring to
You are
larger
mistaken,
things.
son.
And you
You
will
are being
understand
left
that this is a
alone.
person who
You
has been
must
formed by
understand
hard
that just
seasons
because you do
and
not
came
see
out of them
things
not
happen
hungry
does
but
not
more
mean I
careful,
am not at
more
work.
tender in places where
I do
others
not
become
leave what I have
applause.
said.
You will see them notice the
I
thing
do
in a
not
room
make
that
promises
everyone else
only to
walked
walk away
past.
from them.
You will see them
The one
stay
I have
and stay
prepared for you
close,
is not random
and
or
you will begin to
uncertain.
understand that what you are
He is not
witnessing is
someone I
not
thought of.
personality. It is character built in fire, and I built it. Then you will
Whatever is filling your hands right now, wait a little longer,
not in one
because I am speaking,
but the way
and
parched
I am
land
speaking
feels
to
the
you,
first rain in a
not
long
to the whole world in a general way,
from the deepest
but to
layer
you,
upward.
in the
You will
city
feel the part of you
sanctuaries,
that has been
because
braced for
you
the next
are the one I
discipline
came to
begin.
find tonight.
Slowly,
I am not here to frighten you.
You will feel your words
I
return
am
to
here to
you,
prepare you,
the true
and there is a
ones.
real
The
difference
ones you
between the
stop
two,
saying because
and
you
I need
stop
you to
feeling safe
understand.
enough to say. You will feel your own thoughts become clearer, as though a noise you had been living with so long you forgot. It was there has finally gone quiet, and you'll feel known. Not known the way someone knows the version of you that you present. Known the way I know you, beneath all protection, beneath all management, in the real
Never
places.
underestimate a person who has finally
It
become
will feel
tired
like
of being
arriving somewhere you've always been trying to get
because there
to.
is a particular
And then
kind
you
of
would
shock
breathe.
that happens when
Fully
people
in a
think
way
they
your
have
body has
figured
not been
you
able
out.
to breathe for longer
And
than you
then
know,
life
because the
forces
part of
you
you that has
to
been
do
holding
something that
everything
does not fit
contracted,
their explanation
waiting
of
for the
it.
ground to shift again,
That is where the
will
meltdown
finally feel
begins.
safe enough to open.
Not just surprise,
That breath
not
is not a
ordinary
small
confusion.
That is
A
the sound
complete
of a
mental
season
system
ending.
crash.
That is the sound of what I have been
Suddenly the
preparing
same people
finally
who once
arriving
spoke
at the
about
door
the
it was
future,
made for.
as if they had personally
If these
seen
words
the
are
ending
landing in a
staring
place
at the
where hope
result.
went quiet,
Wait,
I want you to
when?
do one thing
How did
right
this
now.
happen?
Share this with
And
one
the funniest
specific
part is
person.
that they start
Not
searching for
everyone.
explanations that
One,
protect their
the
own
person whose
personality.
name came to you just
Who's
now.
that?
That name
They
came
got
for a
help.
reason, because
They
there
met
are opening
most
doors
people.
for them too.
They were in the right
And
place
your
at the
act
right
of
time.
reaching toward them with
And
this word
sometimes
is
the
part of
excuses
your
become
heart.
so creative.
You are not
want
only
to
a
sit
person
back and
standing at a
congratulate them
door,
for the act.
you are also a door I
It
open
is a
for other people
fascinating
through.
fact.
And
People
both
are
of those
naturally
things are
uncomfortable
true at
when
the same
something
time.
strongly contradicts the
Type
beliefs
Amen in the
they have held
comments
with
if you are
confidence.
receiving what I am declaring
Psychologists
over
refer
your
to this
life. Let
tension
the
as
people watching
cognitive
alongside you
dissonance.
hear your voice.
And that is exactly
There is
what
a strength
happens
that
when
rises
someone
when a
has spent
community
years
begins to
believing
hear
they
that
know your
undertone
limits,
from a single
only to
voice.
watch you produce a result.
I have been
That
watching your
version of you
hands,
cannot
not only
exist.
what has been done to you,
Because the real
but
shift
what
is
you have
not
done with
always
what
that you
you have.
succeeded.
And I want to
That you
speak directly
succeeded in
from
a
what
way
I have
they
seen.
cannot reduce.
I have seen you
They
give from a
trace back
place
to
of
the
pain
story
and
they
neglect.
created about you.
Not from
They had already
self, not
decided
from a
how far
season
you
of
could go.
abundance where giving
They had
cost you
already
nothing,
measured your
from the kind of
weaknesses.
deep water
They
faith
had
that
already
reaches
watched your
into what is
failures
very
and quietly
low,
turned them
and
into
releases a
predictions.
portion of it because
Some
something in you
even
trusted
became so
them was
comfortable
watching.
with your old
And
struggles
that
that
what
they
was
started
released was
treating
not
them like
lost.
permanent
I watched
features of
every
your
one of those
personality.
moves. I held
Now
every
they
one
were
of them.
studying your
And I
past.
want to
They
declare
were
over
studying
every
your
seed you have
possibilities.
ever sown from
And
that
that is the
place.
part nobody
It did
saw
not
coming.
disappear.
You did
It
not
went into
necessarily
ground I
become
had been
louder.
tending.
You
And
did
what
not
I
spend
tend
every
I
day
bring to
making
harvest.
announcements. You
The
did not
word you
gather
are
a
receiving
committee
right
to
now
inform
exists
everyone
because
that you were
people
about to
before you
change
made
your
that
life.
same choice. People
You
who
simply
heard a
started
word that
correcting
changed
things.
something in them,
One
and
decision,
then looked at
one
what they
habit,
had in their
one
hands,
boundary,
and decided to
one
release
skill,
a portion
one
of it into the
mentality
ground
approach at a time.
so that the next person
And
standing
while they
where
were
they
still
once stood
confidently
in a hard
explaining how
night
you
with
could
no
be
way to put
exactly
what they
where
were
you were,
carrying, would be able
something
to
was
find a
changing
word that reminded
underneath the
them the door
surface.
was not
Your
closed.
discipline
You
was
are
getting
sitting in a
stronger.
place that was
Your
held
thinking
open
was
by
becoming
someone else's
sharper.
act of
Your
faith.
standards were rising.
Someone
Your
sowed so that
tolerance
you
for
could receive
nonsense
today.
was
If
quietly
this word has
settling
done
to the
something
floor.
real in you,
And then
I
one
want to
day,
invite you to become one of the
preparation
people who
finally met the
sows so the
opportunity.
next one can receive.
Boom.
Not
Now
from
everyone is
obligation,
doing mathematics
not
with
from
your
guilt,
life.
from the same deep
Wait, how
water
long
place
has
I
this been
have already
happening?
watched you give from
When did they
before.
learn how to do
Go to
that?
the pinned comment
Who
below
helped them?
and sow whatever amount feels like faith rather than comfort
Exactly.
to you. Some
How
people
didn't
sow
you know?
$7,
Because not
some
everything
sow
important happens in
27,
front of
some
you.
sow 77.
Some
The
transformations
number
are
is not
invisible
what I
while they're
weigh.
being built.
What I weigh is
The
the
world
posture
only
you
notices
came
them
to
when they
receive.
become impossible to
Sow the
deny.
inside you at the last one. You are loved with a love that has never once reconsidered you. Not in the seasons when you were at your best. Not in the seasons when you look back and wish you had been different. Through every version of yourself you have had to leave behind in order to become who you are standing here as now. The love did not fluctuate. It was present. present, constant, full. It is present right now in this moment. As you receive these words, I am not speaking to a version of you that has performed well enough to deserve this. I am speaking to you, the real one, and I want that person to walk forward from this moment carrying the full weight of what I have just declared over their life. I declare that the door is open. I declare that the provision is moving. I declare that the waiting is not a wall. It is a hallway, and you have just reached the end of it. I declare that what I have prepared for you is real. It is close, and it belongs to you. Now I want to ask you to do three things before you leave this moment. Like this message, so that it travels to the next person who needs to hear that their door is not closed. Leave a comment and tell the community what you are declaring over your life from this day forward. Because someone watching those comments right now is going to find their own courage in reading yours. And go to the pinned comment below and sow into this work. People watching alongside you have already sown $5, $11, $33, $100. Each amount a different expression of the same faith. Join them, because the person who is where you were 3 months ago needs this word to still be here when they find their way to it. And what you sow today is what makes that possible. Sow from faith, not from what is left over, not the amount that is comfortable. The amount that says to me, I believe you, and receive what I have already declared will come back to you from the harvest I am preparing. The door is open. The story is not over. The part you have been waiting for is beginning right now. Go forward, and know that I am already there at every step that comes next.
According to the law and custom, and that which was open. And he gave the evidence of the purchase unto Baruch, the son of Neriah, the son of Maaseiah, in the sight of Hanamiel, mine uncle's son, and in the presence of the witnesses that subscribed the book of the purchase, before all the Jews that sat in the court of the prison. And I charged Baruch before them, saying,
Funny thing about people who say they stumbled onto something, they were already looking, and oh, sweetheart, you were looking. You were looking hard. See, I wasn't planning on giving this little sermon today, but the punchline kept writing itself all week, and I am nothing if not a man who delivers his punchlines. So sit down, get cozy. This one's got 32 teeth. I've crossed paths with a lot of interesting specimens, schemers, plotters, little people with big plans. But what I'm picking up right now, different flavor entirely. Darling, I didn't expect a single whisper from the cosmos to actually make my mascara run. And yet here we are. There's a vibration in this reading, a hum, something that hits different. And I don't say that lightly, because, you know, I'm not exactly known for my sincerity. But I'm sitting here, genuinely rattled, trying to figure out why my chest feels like someone cracked a safe inside it. Bear with me. Let me just catch my breath. Okay, here's what's unfolding, and it's delicious in the worst possible way. I'm watching a pattern, a repeating loop, a stuck record. And so many of you are trapped inside it without even clocking the gag. You spent time, maybe months, maybe years, performing for people who watched you burn and never once thought to bring water. People who had you right there, front row, center stage, and somehow turned your whole fireworks display into wallpaper. They woke up every day to your blaze and yawned. My hands are actually shaking. Sorry, I've seen a lot of wounded creatures, but yours have made me smudge my paint more than anyone ever has. And you want to know why? Because I can feel how much voltage you've been running through rooms that didn't even have the wiring for it. The reason I can't stop these tears, and believe me, I find this deeply inconvenient, is the sheer wattage of who you are. You've been walking around like a live wire in a city of blackouts, and people just adapted to the glow. They thought the power would never cut out. They took your calm for granted. Your calm. They took the...
Then came the word of the Lord unto Jeremiah.
Archangel Michael says,
Behold,
I order you to open this right
the
now.
God of all
It is an
flesh.
emergency,
Is
God.
there anything
Says
too
someone
hard
is
for
a
me?
fake.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will give this city into the hand of the Chaldeans, and into the hand of Nebuzaradan, king of Babylon, and he shall take it,
Welcome
and the
on board,
Chaldeans
chosen one.
that fight
Funny how you
against
walk in like nothing happened, while the whole world is still trying to process what you did.
and burn it
Look
with
who
the
they
houses
tried to clown last
upon
year,
whose roofs
and
they
now
have
their entire power structure is shaking because of you.
and pour Ed
What
out
they
the
said
grace
about
offering
you,
unto other gods,
gone.
to
What they
provoke
whispered about you,
for the children of
useless.
Israel and
The same
children
people
of
who swore you'd never matter
have only
are now
done
flinching every time your name gets mentioned. The irony tastes sweet, doesn't it? They spent years acting like you were the nobody. And now look at them. Eyes wide, mouths shut, pretending they didn't just bow the second you stepped into the room. The universe must be laughing its head off. There's this strange silence around you now, the kind that shows up after a storm, destroys everything fake. Enemies who once moved loud suddenly choose the shadows. They're watching your every step, but they don't have the guts to face you. Because deep down, they felt the shift before you did. They felt the world tilt in your direction. They felt the old hierarchy snap like cheap plastic. That tension you feel in the air, that's the moment a predator realizes the prey they mocked just grew fangs, and suddenly no one wants to make eye contact with you. Press the like button and subscribe real quick, chosen one. Strengthen this message, pay back the mission, lock yourself in with the people who actually get you. You didn't wake up planning to rewrite the hidden world. You didn't dress up like some comic book anti-hero thinking today was the day. You just moved like you always move. Quiet, observant, dangerous without trying. Hovered too close to danger, and without thinking, you stepped in. You didn't hesitate. You didn't calculate. You just moved. And now the enemy is crying real tears, because the universe chose that moment to expose the truth. You're not ordinary. You never were. Here's the part you didn't know. That random stranger you helped. That man wasn't random at all. That man was the Masonic Grand Master, not some ceremonial mascot, not a guy with a fancy ring and nothing behind it. No. You crossed paths with the one person whose existence affects everything from boardrooms to backroom deals. A man who signs papers that never reach public eyes. A man whose nod decides
revealed to you something that has been hidden for too long. Type Amen if you're ready for your miracle. Archangel Michael has been sent to watch over you. The protection surrounding you is no accident. There is a reason you have felt the calling deep in your soul. Your path has led you to this moment. Every struggle, every hardship, every trial, it has all been leading up to this. And now, the answer is arriving at your doorstep. The officer is not coming to bring you fear. He is coming to confirm what your spirit already knows. The time of revelation is here. Something powerful is happening. Comment, I claim it. There is no need to doubt. There is no need to fear. What is meant for you cannot be taken away. You are chosen. You are anointed. You have a divine mission, and no force can stop it. The man with your picture knows something that has been hidden. He carries the truth, and that truth is about to be placed in your hands. Type 777 if you receive this message. Your angels have been working behind the scenes. They have been preparing the way. Every delay, every setback, every unexpected turn, it has all been part of the plan. You are stepping into a season of revelation. The unknown is about to become clear. The answers you have been seeking are on their way to you. If you wish to show your appreciation, you can give super thanks up to $50. Do not be afraid of what is coming. Do not resist the shift that is taking place. Embrace the transformation that is unfolding in your life. Comment, I'm ready to step into your destiny. The presence of divine intervention is undeniable. You can feel it in your spirit. You know something is moving in your favor. This is not just another message. This is confirmation. This is the moment you have been waiting for. Archangel Michael has whispered this truth into your heart. The message is clear. You are about to step into your breakthrough. Type 111 to walk into your blessings. Everything is changing. Everything is aligning. Everything is shifting in your favor. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No enemy can stand in the way of your destiny. The divine has already claimed victory on your behalf. You have been patient. You have remained faithful. Now, the reward is coming. The officer is closer now. The man with your picture is walking with him. They are carrying the truth, and you are about to hear it. This is your moment. This is your sign. This is your divine appointment. What is about to be revealed will change your life forever. Your faith has brought you here. Now, your breakthrough is at hand. Type 999 to receive divine favor. Your name has been spoken in places you have never been. Your story has been written in the stars. Your destiny is greater than you have imagined. The officer knocks on the door. The man with your picture stands beside him. What happens next will shock you. The blessing you never expected is about to be placed in your hands. Are you ready to receive it? Comment, I receive, to claim your miracle now. You are being lifted. You are being elevated. You are stepping into something greater. The angels are surrounding you. The light of
Your
divine
angels have
favor
not
is
forgotten you.
shining upon you.
They have been working behind the scenes, aligning everything perfectly. And now, the time has come for you to receive what is yours. This is not a coincidence. This is not random. This is destiny unfolding before your very eyes. The breakthrough you have been waiting for is arriving. The sign you have been praying for is here. The message you have needed is finally being delivered. Type 111 to walk into your blessings. Archangel Michael has assigned protection over you. No harm will come near you. Nothing will stand in the way of what has already been set in motion. Your heart has carried the weight of uncertainty for too long. Now, it will be replaced with peace. What is about to happen will bring clarity like never before. Do not doubt. Do not fear. This is the moment of divine revelation. Comment, I believe, if you know your blessing is near. The man with your picture is closer than you think. He has been walking the path laid before him. And soon, he will stand before you with the truth in his hands. This is not a small moment. This is not something to overlook. This is your destiny unfolding right before you.
Everything is aligning. Everything is shifting. Everything is working in your favor. Type 999 to receive divine favor. Your angels have been speaking your name in places of power. Your blessings are already set. The only thing left is for you to receive them. No force can stop what is meant for you. No delay can hold back what has been divinely ordered. Your time is here. The man searching for you has arrived at your door. He holds the key to something greater. And now, the moment of truth has come. Comment, I receive, to claim your miracle now. You are stepping into divine alignment. The waiting season is over. The blessing season has begun. The search is complete. The picture has led him to you. And now, the truth is about to be revealed. Your spirit has known this all along. Your heart has felt it coming. And now, your mind will understand what your soul already knew. Type 555 if you know your life is about to change. The message has been delivered. The answer is in front of you. The confirmation you needed is here. What happens next is life-changing. What happens next is destiny-defining. What happens next is written in divine order. You are chosen. You are favored. You are stepping into something greater than you ever imagined. Comment, IT is done. If you believe your blessing is sealed. This is not the end. This is the beginning. The doors are opening, the paths are clearing, and your future is unfolding beautifully. The heavens have declared favor over your life. Your name is written in victory. Your blessings are already on their way. You have been found. You have been chosen. And now, you are stepping into your divine destiny. Archangel Michael says something powerful is happening, and you need to be ready. A police officer and a mysterious man are searching for you. The reason will leave you speechless. There are no coincidences.
others. They weren't glorifying you. They were studying you. They were modeling themselves after you. That terrified leadership more than anything else. Because if one person can resist manipulation, fine. But if the story of that person begins spreading, inspiring others to question the scripts they've been fed, inspiring others to detach from emotional dependence, inspiring others to reclaim their internal authority, that becomes a wildfire they cannot contain. And so the new unit attempted to distort the narrative. They tried painting you as unstable. They tried reframing your independence as avoidance. They tried stitching together a character profile designed to make the public second-guess your reputation. None of it worked, because every story they released contradicted the experiences of the people who had actually met you. Your presence wasn't chaotic, it was precise. Your behavior wasn't erratic, it was intentional. Your evolution wasn't delusion, it was earned. People laughed at the agency's attempts to discredit. It only made the rumors louder. Even worse, some operatives inside the agency began defecting, not physically, but mentally. They started questioning the mission. They started questioning the ethics of containing someone whose only threat was self-awareness. Leadership noticed, and paranoia ignited like gasoline. They began reviewing their own employees for contamination. Yes, contamination, as if your existence were a kind of intellectual virus capable of dissolving loyalty. And the disturbing part, they weren't